Good morning, children. Now I am going to take class of standard science, and the second lesson for you all is matter and materials. Now first we will see our needs have increased in the modern days and we use number of things in our daily life. Needs, that is நமக்கு தேவையானது. Okay, நமக்கு தேவையானதுல என்ன ஆகுது, increase ஆயிட்டே போகுது in the modern days, that is nowadays. And we use number of things in our daily life. நிறைய things நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணுறோம் நம்ம daily lifeல. We get some of them from the nature. Nature na, what did I say? இயற்கை. So some will get from the nature and other things are manufactured artificially. That is செயற்கையா தயாரிக்கிறது. Manufacture means தயாரிக்கிறது. Artificially means செயற்கை. Manufactured artificially. The things you use like pen, pencil, ink, eraser, notebook, ball and also food you eat also have different nature as well as the characters. Now they are obtained by transforming. Transforming na maathrathu. Okay, transforming the natural and the artificial substances. That is இயற்கையிலும் செயற்கை முறையாகவும் மாற்றுறது. In this lesson, we will study about different things used in our life and how they are obtained. So what are the different things we are using? Now first is the states of matter. States of matter. So this you would have studied in the 4th standard also. Yeah, matter. Now matter is anything that has mass and occupies space. Matter is anything that has mass. Mass is nothing but the weight. That has mass and occupies space. Space na enna sonna edam. Okay, occupies space. So matter is nothing but the it has mass and occupies space. Matter can exist in 3 physical states. So we have studied in the 4th standard also about this. That is, it exists in 3 states, that is solid, liquid and gas. So what are the 3 states? Solid, liquid and gas. Now it is made up of molecules and the molecules are made up of atoms. So these are made up of molecules and these molecules are made up of atoms. Atoms are nothing but other small particles. Okay, atoms. Now first we'll go to the solid. Solid is nothing, they are closely arranged. So these are closely arranged. Then they have definite shape, size and volume. So they have definite shape, size and volume. So the solids are closely arranged. They have definite shape, size and volume. Next we'll go to the liquids. They are loosely packed. What happens? They are loosely packed. They are not closely packed like the solid. They are loosely packed and they have definite volume, no definite shape and size. So the liquids do not have definite shape and size. Next we will go to the gases. Now in gases, molecules are very loosely packed. Very loosely packed. And they are highly compressible. Highly compressible. Compressible சொன்னா அழுத்தம் கொடுக்கிறது இல்லையா? They are highly compressible. So what are solids, liquid and gases? Solids are closely arranged and they have definite shape, size and volume. And liquid, they are loosely packed. They have definite volume, no definite shape and size. And gases are very loosely packed and they are highly compressible. Next, materials. Next we'll go to the materials. Next is materials. Now if you take materials, materials is a mixture of substances that constitute an object. That is, a material is a mixture of substances that constitute an object. For example, இப்போ நீங்க மசாலா பொடி எடுக்கிறீங்க இல்லையா? If you have to make that masala, what do you need? You need all the chilies, dhania powder, these and all you need. So to make that object, what you need? A material, that is mixture of substances. So இந்த dhania பொடி இருக்கு, அப்புறம் என்ன இருக்குமா? chilies இருக்குது இது எல்லாமே சேர்த்து தான் நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணுறீங்க மசாலா பொடி செய்றீங்க. ஸோ லைக் தட் மிக்ஸ்டர் திஸ் தனியா பொடி இதெல்லாம் எடுத்திங்கன்னா இட் இஸ் அ மிக்ஸ்சர் ஆஃப் சப்ஸ்டன்சஸ் chilies and all to make that object. அதாவது மசாலா பொடி செய்கிறது that's an object. The mixture of substances what you need for the object. So a material is a mixture of substances that constitute an object. They can be pure or impure. Pure-ஆவும் இருக்கலாம் impure-ஆவும் இருக்கலாம். And they are natural or man-made. Natural means இயற்கை. Man-made means மனிதனால் உருவாக்கப்பட்டது இல்லையா? Natural or man-made. Materials are needed to get the things needed for our daily life. For that we need food, dress and many other goods for our daily living. So we need food, dress and many other goods for our life to live. Now natural and man-made materials are transformed to produce new things. So this natural and as well as the materials, man-made materials are transformed to produce the new things. Then next is the fibers. Fiber. Now, fiber. Fiber is a thin thread of natural or artificial substances. It's a thin thread. It may be natural or artificial. So, fiber is a thin thread means what? Null. Yeah. Thin thread. It may be natural or artificial. இயற்கை அல்லது செயற்கை முறையாக. Then it is used to make clothes. Fiber is used to make clothes. Fiber is used to make clothes. Already I said it's a thin thread. So the thread is used to make the clothes. Then it is used to make clothes with the help of power looms or weaving machines. It is used, how do we make? By weaving machines. So we get clothes by the weaving machines. The fibers we get from plants as well as the animals. So fibers we get from plants and animals. So we get from the animals as well as the plants. Now, and they are called as natural fibers. So these are called as natural fibers. So plants, the fiber when we get from the plants and animals, they are called as natural fibers. And cotton, for example, cotton, jute, coir, cotton you know, panji, jute, sanal, then coir, nar, flax, hemp are examples of the plant fibers. Then wool and silk are examples for animal fibers. So wool, you know, silk, pattu, all these are the natural fibers. Then fibers made by humans. So these I said from the plants and animals when we get the fiber they are called as a natural. And man-made is that is fibers made by the humans. By the chemical synthesis are called as synthetic fibers. So fibers made by humans by chemical process are called as synthetic fibers. So natural is by the plants and animals. They are called as natural fibers. Man-made artificial is fibers made by humans by the chemical process are called as synthetic fibers. So you have natural fibers and synthetic fibers. So natural like cotton, jute, coir. So these are the natural fibers. And for synthetic if you take rayon, nylon, acrylic and dacron are the examples for the artificial fibers. So these are made by the chemical process. Rayon, nylon, acrylic and dacron. So these are the artificial, that is synthetic fibers. Now these fibers are obtained from petroleum. So from where do we get this artificial process? By the petroleum, by complex chemical process. Now do you understand children? So fiber, it is nothing but a thin thread. It may be natural or the artificial. And it is used to make clothes. And how do we make clothes? By using weaving machines. And you have two fibers, that is natural fibers and the synthetic fibers. Natural fibers is nothing is made by the plants and the animals, for example cotton, jute, coir like that. And synthetic, it's an artificial, that is fibers made by the human by chemical process is called as a synthetic fibers. For this example is rayon, nylon, acrylic and dacron. Now first we'll see the natural fibers. So, natural fibers. So, we will see cotton. So, first is cotton. A cotton plant is a bushy plant of 5 to 6 feet high. It's a plant which is 5 to 6 feet high. Next, cotton grows well. Where did it grow? In black soil and alluvial soil. Black soil and alluvial soil. So, where it grows? In the black soil and the alluvial. And the cotton plant bears a large number of small green pods. Small green pods called the cotton balls. So, small green pods called the cotton balls. So, the small green pods called the cotton balls. Then, these balls contain seeds covered with white fibers. These balls contain seeds covered with the white fibers. So, what happens? These cotton balls have seeds inside covered by the white fiber. Fiber is nothing but the cotton. Then when the cotton balls mature, what happens? When these balls mature, they burst. Burst means vedikkirathu. They burst, exposing this white fiber. When the seeds burst, what happens? The white fibers is seen outside. Exposing means seen outside. So, exposing the white fiber of cotton. And cotton is usually hand-picked from the plants. So, the humans go and pick from the plants. That is handmade. Hand-picked from the plants. So, the plants, they have cotton plants at 5 to 6 feet high, and they have the black and alluvial soil they grow, and they have a small green pods called the cotton balls, and inside you have a seed and it's covered by a white fiber. So, when these seeds burst, this white fiber is exposed, okay, and what happens then? This is usually hand-picked from the plants. Then next is, in this process, first is the ginning. In ginning, there are two processes to make cotton yarn from cotton fiber. Yarn is nothing but a thread. Cotton yarn from the cotton fiber. Cotton yarn from cotton fiber. Now, the raw fibers are separated from the seeds. Okay, these fibers are separated by the seeds by a process known as ginning. Separated by seeds. This process is known as ginning. Okay, first cotton yarn is made from the cotton fiber, and these seeds are separated by a process called the ginning. And the fibrous material left after separating the cotton seeds is called lint. That is, when the seeds are separated and these cotton fibers which are left over, okay, these fibers which are left over after removing the seeds, they are called as a lint. What they are called as a lint. The lint is then tied and pressed into balls. The lint, what happens? They are tied and pressed into what? Into balls. So, they are tied and pressed into balls. Then the finally what do? They remove the short fibers and the impurities from the fiber. This process is called combing. They remove the short fibers and the impurities, and this is called as combing. Okay. So, what is its ginning? That is, cotton yarn is made from the cotton fiber. And how did they do? These cotton fibers are separated from the seeds, and that process is called as a ginning. And that after that, the fibrous materials which are left over after removing the seeds, what happens? The fibers are left over. Those left over fibers are called as a lint. Now, after that, the lint is tied and pressed into balls. Then after that, finally what do? They remove the short fibers and the impurities whatever is there, and this is done by a process called combing. Next is the spinning. Spinning. Now if you take spinning, the process of making yarn from lint actually I said that lint is a cotton fiber. So the process of making yarn, that is thread, from the fiber is called spinning. Making yarn from the fiber or lint is called spinning. And this spinning is done with the help of spinning machines. How do they do? By the help of spinning machines. So spinning is nothing but making yarn, that is thread, from the cotton fiber or the lint, and this is done by the using spinning machines. Next is yarn to fabrics, that is yarn means I said thread, and to fabrics, that is how do they make clothes from the thread. Then weaving and knitting. So in this you have two types, that is weaving. Weaving means needle, knitting means spinneedle. Okay, weaving means needle, knitting means spinneedle, and these are the two processes. And these are the two important processes which is used for making fabric from the yarn, that is from the thread they are making to clothes. Now the process of making two sets of yarns together to make fabric is called weaving, that is two yarns, that is different colors of threads, when they put together to make fabric is called as a weaving, and it is done by the weavers. So those who weavers on a machine called loom. So what is that machine called? Loom. So that machine is called the loom. So it is done by the weavers by using this machine called loom, and the loom may be hand operated or the power operated. You can do by the hand or by the power. So these are the two types. Then during knitting, that is spinneedle I said, in this type you can use only a single thread, single yarn is used to make a piece of fabric. Now it is done by hand and also on machine. So by hand also you can do or by the machine. So you have two types of process called weaving and knitting. Weaving I said needle, knitting means spinneedle. So but this is done, weaving is done by a machine called loom. That is weaving can use two types of yarn, okay, two colors of yarn you can use when you are to make a fabric, and this is done by a machine called loom, and that is called a weaving. And the loom can be hand operated or as well as a machine, okay, power operated. Then during knitting, that is during knitting, what did I say? Spinneedle. During knitting what happens? A single yarn only is used, and it can be done by the hand or by the machine. Now uses of cotton. It is used to manufacture, that is tayari karde, cotton textiles and garments, that is clothes. Then it is used as fillers in pillows. Pillows na talagani solrali, a mattress bed. That is inside the pillows you have this cotton. They fill the cotton inside the pillows. It is used as fillers in the pillows and mattresses. It's used for making surgical bandages. Adhavu namak adi padumbodu namak bandage podrangala cotton vechu. So this is used also as a surgical bandages. It is used for making dhotis, lungis, saris, bed sheets, tablecloth and so on. So first it is used to manufacture cotton textiles and garments. Next it is used as a fillers in pillows as well as mattresses, and it is used in the surgical bandages, and then it's also used for making dhotis, saris, tablecloth, so on. Then next is jute. Now, jute is obtained from the stem of the jute plant, or made from the stem of the jute plant. That is jute na sanal sonaliya, jute plant. Now, jute plant is long, soft and shiny. How do they look? Jute is long, soft and shiny fibers. It is also referred as golden fiber. How do they call? They even called as a golden fiber due to its color and the cost effectiveness. Because of its color and cost. So they are called as a golden fiber. Next, jute fibers are separated from the process by retting jute by hand. That is, they are separated by the hands and then they are dried. What happens? They separate the jute by the hand and what they are doing? They are dried. And these are converted into yarns. They are converted into thread. Okay, these are separated, dried and they are converted into thread, that is yarns as same as a cotton. Do you understand, children? Next is uses of jute. Uses of jute. Now, it is used for making bags, carpets, curtains and ropes, and it is used for making clothes, for wrapping bales of raw cotton and sacks for storing grains, arisi moota solraniya. Then it's used for making wall hangings for decoration. Decoration means alangaram seyradhu. Wall hangings for decoration. Next is the coir. Coir is what? Coir is nothing but the nar. Okay, thengai nar solraniya. Then it is obtained from the outer covering of coconut. Outer covering of coconut, that is thengai nar. And then it is used to make floor mats. Floor podroliya mats. Then door mats, brushes and mattresses. Mattresses in the, for example, bed illaya adu vandu enna pannuva, winter time lu use pannalam, summer time lu use pannalam. During the summer time they have small soft one and during the winter time they have the rough one, that is coir inside. So you can change and put the mattresses. So in this mattresses even they use a coir also. Okay children, till here we have seen. So in the next class we will see about the synthetic fibers. Thank you children.